Okay, it's time to commit. 2024 is the year for prioritizing yourself. Begin your new smile journey with Byte, and you could start seeing results in just 2 to 3 weeks. Just order your at-home impression kit today for only $14.95 at Byte.com. Byte Clear aligners are doctor-directed and delivered to your door. Treatment costs thousands less than braces. Plus, they offer financing options, accept eligible insurance, and you can pay with your HSA FSA. Get 80% off your impression kit when you use code WONDERY at Byte.com. That's BYTE.com. Start your confidence journey today with Byte.
Man, that sunset is gorgeous.
Grill, patio, sunset. Hard to get better than that. Unless you're browsing Carvana's inventory while you soak it all in.
Oh, burger time.
So sit back, get comfortable. Carvana's got thousands of cars under $20,000 just waiting for you.
I could stay here forever.
Carvana, where car buying meets comfort meets convenience. Download the app or visit Carvana.com today.
Edit audio.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Hopkins, and this is Well Adjusting, where I talk to people about life stuff, but not in an NPR way. It's more like we're at the bar, having cocktails, getting into your business sort of way.
It's giving drunk NPR.
Oh, and producer Steph is here too.
Hello.
Steph! Oh my God, we are doing it again. We are doing another Gorilla Well Adjusting live show. Yeah, sure. A lot of people could be like, Steph, Robin, why don't you book a venue, sell some tickets, promote a live show? But no, that is absolutely not how we roll. In the same way that we don't talk like NPR-style self-help talk, we don't do fancy live shows. And that, Steph, is not because no one has asked us to. Because we totally would if they asked us. Please ask us. Now, Steph, tell our listeners where we are today and what we are doing.
Well, we have set up shop in Washington Square Park. We got a cute little table, some chairs. We're filming for social. We're praying we don't get a cop who tickets us. Please don't ticket us. And we're sitting under a beautiful tree because it just started randomly raining.
You had to see the reposition of the tables. It was like Steph and I, like my pants were falling down as I tried to carry this table across Washington Square Park.
Yes.
It's a very glamorous production.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're giving some advice.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I'm so excited. We're going to try a very slightly different format today, okay? We're going to attempt to do almost like speed dating advice.
Ooh,
no
I
idea
love
if it's
this.
going to work, but the goal is that our guests are going to pop in. They're going to ask for some advice. We're going to set a timer for like 5-10 minutes max, and we're going to see what we can do during that time.
Hot.
And we're going to have to talk fast, like real fast, and get right to it. Will it work?
We'll find out.
We're going to see, right?
But this time we have the little wrap it up bell. So maybe that will help?
Maybe. We're going to see.
That or we'll seem like assholes.
All right. Let's see if we can get some folks on the mic. Because today we talk, well, live and in-person problems.
Explore the endless bounds of space with all new LEGO building sets. From engineering wonders like LEGO Technic NASA Apollo Lunar Roving Vehicle to astronaut dog walkers, there is a perfect LEGO set for everyone on Earth. First launched in 1978, space sets have been igniting people's curiosity through the ultimate creative medium of LEGO bricks. Their newest collection is sure to propel the wonder for exploration and adventure across the galaxies. Be inspired by LEGO sets that are out of this world. Visit Amazon.com/LEGO Space to see the full collection.
That's not just the sound of that first sip of Morning Joe. It's the sound of someone shopping for a car on Carvana from the comfort of home.
That's a good blend.
It's time to take it easy, like answering some easy questions to get pre-qualified for a car in minutes.
Talk about starting the morning right.
Just like customizing your terms so your car fits your budget. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to experience car shopping the way it should be. Convenient, comfortable.
Hey, Los Angeles! Are you looking for unique 4th of July plans for you and your friends or family? LA's greatest rivalry returns to Rose Bowl Stadium for a July 4th edition of the El Tráfico soccer matchup as the LA Galaxy return to their original home to defend their turf against LAFC. Last year, a record crowd of over 82,000 fans were on hand to witness the Galaxy victory. That's July 4th at Rose Bowl Stadium. Guaranteed fireworks both on and off the field and a celebration for for all of LA. LA Galaxy versus LAFC, the Rose Bowl edition. Tickets at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Hi. Welcome to Well Adjusting. Tell us your name.
I'm Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
Hello.
Okay, so you sat down at our little free informational booth. May or may not have been because we made you. But what is the problem you'd like to talk about today?
I am a nanny and I work 3 days a week.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm going crazy because I only talk to 2 children all day. And I just don't know what to do. I don't know if I should stop nannying or just get another job. It's just so many places are only hiring full-time.
How old are the children?
They are 2 and 4.
How
That's a
long have
tough
you been
age.
nannying?
Since I moved here in August last year.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other setup question is, why are you working part-time? Are you pursuing other goals?
I am trying to be an actor. That's
Oh
what I
my
went to
God,
school
welcome
for.
to my world.
That's what we moved here for.
So you're trying to keep some free days open?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you hate nannying?
No,
Like,
no. I don't. I don't hate it.
Okay, give me pros and cons of the job.
Okay, pros, I only have to work 3 days a week and like fully can support myself
Yeah.
right
Yep.
now.
We like that.
Yeah, but cons, I literally feel like I don't know how to have an adult conversation anymore because
Do you start cutting people's food up for them?
yeah, like literally all day long, I'm like, do you have to go potty? Do you have to do this? And then
Number 2,
we go
number
out
1.
and I'm like, I don't know how to talk.
Well, you
to
can
adults
monetize on
anymore.
those skills in a different
Yeah.
sect of the world.
I was going to say
but-
there's
So
100%.
true,
There's
so
100% a market for that and your feet.
So true.
Well, I mean, I think to me, the thing is like, it's like a scale, right? Is it working for you? So the other question I'm asking, it may not be intuitive to this, is are you, because I am also an actor and a writer, are you utilizing your off days?
No.
Okay. So you might need to get tougher with yourself because because sometimes like I have 2 kids, they're 2 years apart, 2 and 4, the hardest ages next to where they are now, which is teens. So like, is that taking away from you pursuing performing, or is it you haven't set up motivation? Like, what's happening there?
I think a little bit of both. Like, I love the kids and like they're sweet. It is just like a lot emotionally, but I think it's also a motivation thing that I've just been like, oh, I'm still adjusting to moving here, and
August to April.
yeah.
I mean, that is.
I'd give you a couple more months on adjustment, but when you start getting to a year, then I'm going to start going, what's your plan?
Yeah.
But also, like, if the problem, like, I mean, I feel like the problem could be, like, motivation to do acting things, but maybe the problem is, like, I just need more, like, adult friends, but then which one of those 4 days can you be utilizing to, like, make friends? Like,
Yeah.
almost treat that like a job and be like,
So true.
you know, I'm going to get on Lex, or I'm going to get on, I'm assuming you're gay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, cool.
I was like, and by the way, I'm like the old lesbian who was, I was
We're
like,
all gay,
I was
so-
like, I have no idea what that was. I was like, I'm so old and married and having Taco Tuesday at home. I was like, Lex is what? Well,
Yeah.
we'll get to that
but,
later.
you know, get on like community platforms, meet people. That could be like another thing, and like just treat it like a job. So, like, I think you have to distinguish what the
Yeah.
issue really is, or maybe it's all of them.
It's
but-
all of them, because I want to add on to that. I feel like all of your attention is on these kids, and then the other days you're either fucking around or you're having fun, and great. That's lovely. You're young. You should do that. But you also have to have a little bit of a plan.
Yeah.
So, like, I want you to put a little structure in place, whether it be like on 2 of my off days that are business days, I'm going to either write something for myself, find some people that I can be in, like look at Actors Access, because I think if you have things to look forward to, then those 3 days become a means to an end.
Yeah.
But if you don't, if you're just like 100% fucking out, I'm around for the 50-50 of the fucking around.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
got to have
yeah.
50% of business and then 50% fun. So like we just need a little structure. So we're going to give you some homework.
Okay.
Give us 3 things that you can give us 3 things that you can do to put some structure or to move toward your career to give you a little more purpose on your off days.
I definitely need to like be on like Actors Access and all that.
Girl, send me your stuff. I mean, it's like
Yeah, I graduated 2 years ago and have just been fucking around, and I really need to not be fucking around anymore.
But you could do both.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I went through college, I played lacrosse, I was drunk a lot of nights, and I still got good grades. Like, you can, if you schedule your shit, you can still have fun. You can still, like, you know, just be in a play.
Yeah.
Like, create a play. Hire your friends. Okay, that's one thing. Give me 2 more things you're willing to do.
I need to find a vocal coach.
Okay.
And I need to just start like recording self-tapes.
There you go. Yes.
Stuff.
Okay, so it is now mid-April when we're recording this.
Yes.
You're going to report back to Well Adjusting, to the
Okay.
Well Adjusting audience, and you're going to tell us that you did at least one of those 3 things by June.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. You've got this.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, Joshua, welcome to Well Adjusting.
Thank you.
Tell us what your problem is.
Just trying to figure out what I want to do with my life in general. I'm a college student, and right now it's really like psychology is my first major.
Okay.
And then politics or journalism is a second major.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on a pre-law track, so they're both great skills to have, politics and journalism. But I'm trying to graduate a year early with 2 majors.
You are? What
yeah.
year are you right now?
I'm in my first year, just finishing up.
Oh my God, you are a go-getter.
Yeah, well, I had plenty of credits coming in, so it's not too stressful. But like, right now is really like the deciding moment. Like,
Okay, wait, so let me ask you, you're in your first year. Why is it the deciding moment in your first year?
because so journalism is an 8-course major, and politics is a 10-course major. I already have 2 courses done, so it's 8 both ways. But if I want to do journalism, they have it so you have to sequence it in a correct way.
So you're at the fork in the road where you got to
Yes.
choose one or the other.
Yes.
What's your heart telling you?
It's both, but it's just a matter of like wanting to like knowing what I want to do out of law school. Like if I want to go into like the political realm more, or just more traditional law, like either as a lawyer or a judge, or if I want to go into like be like a politician like long term.
I want to ask you this question that's about this, but not about this. Are you an all or nothing thinker?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm sort of in between. When I commit all, it's never all. So I guess no. I self-sabotage a lot because then I have a fallback if I don't succeed.
Okay.
So I guess I'm not.
Because what it seems like what I'm hearing is like, I must make this decision now. And yes, to a certain extent, you need to, but you don't like. You still have, even if you graduate a year early, you still got 2 more years of school here at undergrad, and you still have 3 years in a law program. We're talking 7 years before you need to make this decision. And,
True.
And I think I had, 9 majors, and I don't even use my major, and I have a totally different career that I'm thrilled with.
Yes.
So it's like everything, it's like when you buy your first house, that doesn't mean that you have to live there forever. It just means that's where you are now.
See, and I think that's my problem. I don't like making decisions. So having so many good and valid opportunities in front of me is kind of just hard for me to process. Because it's like, I don't know. I like to like make decisions early so that I don't have to make them later down the line.
Sure.
Because again, decision making is not my forte.
What's the like root fear? Like if you choose this and not this, what's the like?
I don't know. I don't think it's fear so much as wanting to do everything.
That's a good place to be because it means you have a lot of interests. It means you have a lot of like chutzpah, and you have a lot of abilities to. I mean, you came in with a lot of credits, so you're already doing well. Like you're already a smart kid who's accomplished a lot. So I mean, really, my advice is almost like go easier on yourself.
Yeah.
Like maybe a simple pros and cons list could be it for you to just be like, I think right now this is more where my heart is. This is where I think. But like, I think I would question you because you are so focused. I wouldn't say this to everybody, but because you're so focused and you're so driven, like it'll be okay either way.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Like,
I think just
I can't
remind
imagine
yourself.
a world where you're not doing great.
Yeah, that's also part of the problem, knowing that either one is a valid option for me and that I can find success in both fields.
Yeah.
And just knowing like...
Which
I don't
one
know.
is, if I took away journalism right now, would you be as upset if I took away the other track?
I'm not sure. I think I'm leaning more towards politics just overall. Because journalism is more of a skill that like you can apply to other careers, whereas politics is more refined.
I mean, and no shade to journalism, but
No,
if you
yeah.
have a writing
Yeah.
background, you could go into journalism.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, and you could go into political journalism, and then your poli-sci degree would
Right.
help like bolster you ahead of other people.
Yeah.
and you can do that stuff you could do, like maybe you don't leave the year early, and maybe that last year you are picking up stuff that would help for that. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
but I think go with your gut a little bit. Like, trust your gut. Like,
Yes.
so, like, with the waffling a little, sometimes you just have to be like, I know me, and look at, like, a little gratitude for all that you've done, right?
Yes.
Like, in a little, like, look at what I've accomplished so far. I'm not screwing this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trust that you'll be fine, and you know yourself, and you can pivot.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like we have a little more confidence in you than you do.
I think that's definitely
That
a
was
big
5
factor too, the
minutes.
confidence.
Yeah, I want to see you do a little work on the confidence, because like all I'm hearing is wonderful things that you're doing.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So like you got this.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Thank
Well,
you
good
so
luck.
much. Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Robin. This is Steph.
Hello.
Hi.
Tell us your name.
Chris.
Welcome to Well Adjusting.
Thank you.
And then Chris, we're trying to do 5 to 10 minute problem solutions.
Okay, great.
Tell us what your problem is.
So I'm a mother of a 24-year-old becoming 25, and I have a hard time understanding where he's at as an adult, because I've seen him as a baby, and I have all these flashbacks, right, as a mother,
Yeah.
to having helped him throughout his life. And so now I feel like I need to be able to think of him as an adult and re-meet him.
Yeah.
It's just hard to, like, how to stay present with where he is. What do I need to know as a mother of a son who's becoming 25? He doesn't live with me. He lives on the other side of the United States. He's
Yeah.
in graduate school. He's going
So
to
he's doing
graduate in
pretty well.
September. Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm going to flip the script on you. What have you done already to try to see him as an adult? Like, is there anything you've started doing so far? Or are you still like, are you staying out too late, checking the Life 360 and seeing where he is? Like,
Oh, no, I don't do any of
Okay,
that.
well, that's
Sometimes
good.
I won't hear from him for like a month or something because he's working on a project. And then when he's done with the project, he'll send me a picture of what he's been working on.
first of all, it sounds like you're giving him a lot of space. Like if he's not reaching out for a month and you're not like flipping out and you're not like sending, services to do a welfare check, then it sounds like you're doing all right. But like, I think the first thing that comes to my mind is like trying to re-meet him as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you, like, if you meet someone at work, like, how do you connect to somebody at work? You look for interests.
Mm-hmm.
You look for things that are shared. Like, I'm kind of going through that with my daughter, but it's a younger age. Like, she's becoming a teen. And I'm just like, okay, I don't understand a lot of who she is right now, but like, how do I figure out things? Like, she loves shopping. So I'm like, how do I support that? How do I be in there? So like, are there things you can do to see him as an adult that are like more friendship type things?
We're sharing, actually, because he's in graduate school, we're sharing some book sources. And I think that's a healthy place to be.
Yeah.
But as a mother, how do I adjust to this idea that he's 25? What do I need to shift? That's kind of where I am.
I think it's counterintuitive, but I would take the attention off him and put it on you. Like, are you building out your life?
Right.
Are you putting the attention on yourself?
Yeah, I need to keep building out my life. I think that's the perfect answer because I am doing that. But at the same time, I need to do that more.
Yeah. Well, because it's
I
like,
started a new degree program. I'm, in
That's amazing.
graduate school. I'm almost finished with it.
yeah, but it's hard, right? Like, he's 25. So for at least 26 years, your identity was, I am a mother to him.
That's true. I
And
mean,
then
it did start when I got pregnant. It shifted my identity as a person.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the key. Like, I need a new identity. Like, I don't know what that is.
Isn't that interesting, though?
But not fully new. Like,
No, I have
one
lots
part
of
is
identities.
still...
I was a baby. I wasn't.
Well, one part is like you are Peter's mom,
You have
but
a
then
career,
there's a
you
second
have-
part that's,
No, I know what that is too. And it's really ironic because I'm in school for psychology. So I'm supposed to be becoming a psychologist. I'm supposed to be getting
You are becoming.
an internship. So I think that identity shift is slow. But I think that's true. It's like being in between. It's a liminal space right now.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like thinking about it like a new phase in your life. Like where you are no longer beholden to another person. Like, what do you want? You said you're back in school. That's amazing. Like, I don't know about you, but like for me, COVID was a huge thing of like, wow, what would I want retirement to look like? Where would I want to live? So it's like are you daydreaming about what you want for you? Like, you don't have to do it for him anymore.
I'm exploring that. Like, that's why I'm in the city right now. I'm totally exploring that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I hear I am in an identity
transitional phase.
In a transitional phase. I'm probably just experiencing discomfort with the transition then.
I was just going to say, and maybe even a little grief. You know, it's I know that, like, as my daughter's stepping into a new phase, like, I feel a loss, like, of that shiny young little girl who used to be, you know, like, mom, and now she's just like, we don't even know she's home. We're like, has anyone seen our daughter? You know, it's like, and there's a loss. There's a real feeling there of like,
What's funny is, though, that there's even a loss of, I loved his undergraduate years and I loved his girlfriend during his undergraduate years. And there's even a loss of that.
Yeah.
Because he's in graduate school.
You get invested in their lives and you have no control as they get older.
And now I have to be like, maybe I won't like his next girlfriend as much.
Yeah.
There's the grief. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, well, Chris, it sounds like you know what you're doing. Like, you just got to just like feel it and go through it and then just keep coming back to you. That's what I say.
That's a good thing, coming back to me, to keep going back to me. I think that's what is helping me.
Yeah.
Can I get your name again?
Sure, yeah, totally. I'm JT.
Hi, JT. How are you doing? Are you an NYUer?
No, I wish. No, I went to the University of Utah, and I just moved out here to pursue a career in composition.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so I write music.
What's your main instrument?
I'm primarily a pianist. I'm like a super mediocre guitarist and like an intermediate bassoonist, so yeah.
Wow.
By the way, it's not something that you hear often. I'm an intermediate bassoonist.
Yeah, right?
Which I kind of love that.
I did it for like 6 years, but never devoted more than like an hour a day to it, so it was never like, you know, I was never able to play all the amazing stuff that you hear people play.
All right, so tell us what your problem is, JT.
I'm working a job right now. It's a job with kids. And I really care about the kids, but I feel like I'm not being given the tools to succeed by my bosses.
That's a good question.
Right?
How long have you been there?
I've been there for about 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the seniority ranking? Like, who's above you?
Right. So it's the kids' parents. I'm working like as a tutor for them.
Oh, okay.
I'm teaching them piano, chess, and math.
So what tools do you need to be more successful?
Yeah, well, I think one of the issues that we're having is these kids are just like begging for structure.
Okay.
They would really benefit from, you know, strong rewards when they are able to complete the things that they need to complete, and then consequences when they're not. And right now, there's no guarantee that good behavior will get rewarded, and there's no guarantee that bad behavior will be, I don't want to say punished, because it's not like go to your room, but it's more like, held accountable.
Yeah. So you're working with kids and then the parents are your boss.
Yeah.
So that is like the nature of it, like, because some people parent that way and some people don't.
Yeah.
But I guess, are there ways, like, because there's two ways to look at it, right? You can leave. You can go someplace else where you do have the tools. Or you can say, what can I do during the time I have the kids?
Right.
Are there things you can implement that would be helpful to, like, build in rewards? Like, because you could come in and be like, cool, you just did this amazing thing. You did your homework. So for the first 10 minutes, we're going to play this fun chess game that you love as a reward. Like, can you build in that language?
I think that's what I'm trying to do. The parents aren't always happy when that happens.
No, like, why is that?
You know what? It's not always clear. I think often what happens is the parents walk in and the kids are apparently not working. So if I'm like, oh, we worked for 2 hours, now we get to have a sing-along
break,
or like whatever, then it's like, what am I paying you for?
Right.
Am I paying you to sit here and sing with my kids?
But my question to you is, are you having conversations, like structured conversations with the parents?
Yeah, I think that's what really needs to happen is there's been like, hey, like, can we do this? Or like, here's an idea we have. But I think probably I really need to sit down with them and be like, hey, you are frustrated that your kids aren't getting as much done as you want them to. Here is my understanding of why. I've worked with a lot of kids. I have 6 younger siblings. I know something about raising kids, even though, they're not my kids. I know, whatever. But
6 younger kids, then you definitely were a leader in the family.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think that maybe there's a way to do it that like takes out some of the confrontation. So like maybe making like 10 lesson plans and being like, here's an example of the different lesson plans, and have in there like, if this happens, like 10 minutes of playtime or whatever, so that they can see like, oh, you actually are doing a lot.
Right. Yeah,
It's
I think
just
that's
these
good.
little
Like
moments.
itemizing it like that.
Yeah,
helping them.
And also talking about your philosophy.
Yeah.
I think it's okay for you to talk from that place of experience and be like, hey, I know that I'm younger than you, and I know I don't have kids, but I did help raise 6 younger siblings.
Yeah.
I do have this educational like approach. I want to share with you the way I'm approaching this, and if you want to tweak it, that's fine. But this is how I'm going about it, and this is what I'm looking to do.
All right. I like that.
Because I think like sometimes like it can look like chaos teaching, and it's not.
Yeah.
There's a method to it, because
Right.
like even as an adult, and maybe if you explain to them, like even as an adult, sometimes don't you go get a coffee?
Yeah.
Don't
right.
you go
Like,
take a
have
walk and
reward.
gossip at the water cooler?
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
You know, kids need those breaks too. Like they can't, they are not
Yeah.
capable of focusing for 3 hours straight.
Actually, kids need that more than adults.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And
you-
you're like an expert, like you may not be their parent. Oh, that's our timer. But you are an expert in what you're teaching them and how you're
Sure.
building that.
Yeah.
So like
and
showing
the
them
rapport
that.
you're building, and
Yeah.
and I think the more that you can list out why you're doing what you're doing and how you're doing, and then by the way, if they still stink, maybe it's a switch.
Yeah. I'm definitely, I was raised not to be a quitter, right? Like I want to push through. I want to get to the other side, but that's maybe not always possible, or it's maybe not always the most beneficial thing.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
a scales situation, right?
Sure.
Like when it's no longer beneficial or when it's hurting you more, that's not you didn't quit. You made a decision that was healthy for you.
All right.
So just keep a gut check on yourself.
Cool.
But it sounds like you're doing great.
Thanks.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, like we need more teachers like you in the world.
Yeah, I want to be
yeah,
in
well.
your class.
I know. I want you.
Come-
This is
come
my
join.
son. I
I'll
want you
teach
to teach him intermediate bassoon.
Yeah.
Intermediate.
Okay, so welcome to Well Adjusting. Tell us
Okay.
your name and give us a problem.
All right, so my name's Josh, and I have a crush on a friend.
Oh. And are you
rough.
friend zoned or they just don't know it?
No, they know it. I'm not friend zoned yet, but like I'm worried. Like, what if I like ruin
The friendship?
the friendship? Yeah.
So they know. Have you told them?
Yeah. So basically, we were out hanging out, just chilling, got a little drunk, and then we started making out. And then the next day, I texted them and I was like, "Hey, like, so I really like you, and I want to go on a date, And they were like, "Yeah, like that's cool, but I'm not really looking for anything serious. Like, I'm not I'm just chilling right now." I was like, "Okay, that's cool. I guess I can chill too."
What are
But-
you looking for?
That was my question.
Well,
Yeah, because could you just be in the chill zone for a bit and just?
I mean, like I could, but I've also been in the chill zone for the past year and a half. So
That's a no.
You're ready for something a little more.
Yeah.
Why not just try and see if it moves anywhere? Because there's been plenty of people who've been like, I want to be just chill, and then all of a sudden they're in like a long-term committed relationship.
That's so true.
So why not
Yeah.
just try and see? But I would just say pay attention to your heart. And if you are over investing, and if they are setting very clear boundaries that
Yeah.
I'm not giving you more than this, and you're just waiting and hoping for that, then you maybe gotta eject.
Bounce, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
I think you need I'm going to use the word deadline, but that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
But a few gut check moments where it's like, okay, am I still happy doing this, or do I want more? Because what we can't figure out in 5 minutes is do you just really like this person and want to be dating them, or do
Or
you
is your
really
taxi cab light on?
Yeah, or do you just really want a relationship?
Okay.
And if you really want a relationship and this person's not ready yet, then it's not going to feel good. But if you really just want to be with this person, then it might feel good and it might evolve into that. But I feel like you need some scheduled gut check moments to be like, is this still working? Am I still happy?
Yeah.
Or am I just sort of waiting in it because I'm scared to lose it?
That's the big question: is
Yeah.
can you be just friends? Are you capable of it with this person?
Well,
Without
yeah,
benefits.
if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
we
it
can
just
still be
if
friends.
you're not
I'm
even gonna go out again, you just keep it as friends. You'd be all right.
Yeah, I won't
Just
die.
a little sadness.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'll get over it.
You'll process, you'll grieve, you'll do what you do, and then you'll move on. Like, but it's like I think it's good to know. Like, do you know my taxi cab light reference? It's from Sex and the City. Like Miranda used to talk about how like there's some guys and they just get to a point where they're not open. Then they turn the taxi cab light on. The next person they meet is who they marry. You know, so it's like you need to figure out if it's your taxi cab moment or if it's this person.
Okay. It's good advice. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, we're really fucked up on our own, but like every once in a while we can come up with some good advice.
Okay. Awesome.
Hi, friends. Okay, if you love the show, and I mean, I think you do because you're listening, right? Okay, let's be real. Well, then I want to let you know about another show that is in the editaudio network that you should add to your listening queue. It is called Rebound Revolution. Oh my God, I love it so much. First of all, it's hosted by my friend, my pal, Dr. Money McEachern, and it's a women's basketball podcast that is as much about queer feminism, fashion, and social justice as it is about what happens on the court. And even if you have, like, let's just say 0 idea about basketball, that's okay. Dr. Money is here to be your guide. There's even a segment that is dedicated to giving you the lingo to help you the next time that you have to, pretend to know something about basketball at a social event. What more could you ask for? So here's what I got to say to you folks. Listen and follow Rebound Revolution wherever you get your podcasts. You will not regret it. Okay.
Good one.
What's your
All
name?
right. Welcome to Well Adjusting. Tell us your name.
My name is Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi.
And tell us what your problem is.
My problem is I'm a mom of teenage boys, and they're 15 and 17. I know I look great, but...
You do.
But we struggle, my husband and I struggle with getting them to get their laundry done and caught up. And so there's piles of laundry all over the floor of their bedroom, the laundry room. It's in our garage, so it's everywhere. And we're stepping over piles of laundry, and it's never caught up. We've threatened them. We've done everything we can think of. They just can't keep up with it.
I need you to know that as you're talking, all I'm hearing is that line from Bridesmaids where the mom has like 4 sons.
I cracked a sheet
she's like,
today.
I cracked a everywhere. Yeah.
And she's like drunk.
Yeah.
I cracked a sheet today. That is my life.
Okay, you're cracking sheets.
Not that far.
You're cracking
We're
sheets.
Not to that point yet.
Your water
thank
bill
God.
is through the roof because they're in the shower 24/7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so my question to
God,
you
you
is,
see me and who I am.
I can feel you.
We are having a
All right.
moment.
What I want to know from you is 2 things. Okay.
Yeah.
Is first of all, you say there's threats. Are there
Empty.
consequences? Are you taking things away?
No, I'm a pushover. They're empty.
Is your
threats.
husband also a pushover?
Yes. Yeah, a little.
Okay.
We love them. So we're just like, just do it. And,
Well,
we're
but
laid
so
back.
you can love them and take shit away from them.
Oh,
Like-
I mean, we do sometimes, but I feel like the older they get, they're almost 16, 17 and a half. So the older they get, like the less we kind of take away because we're like, they're close to being out of the house. They're going to figure it out eventually.
All right, well,
they're
so-
in that stage.
So this is a good question
Yeah.
because I feel like there's 2 roads. Like there's like my kids are about to be 13 and 15, right? So I'm a little behind you.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, I will take that fucking door off the hinges. I'm like, I don't like don't think I won't do
We've
it.
threatened that
Right.
too.
But so like you can walk down that path, right? So you can walk down that path and you can be like bunged up and you can be whatever, or you can close the door. You can close the door and say, if you're out of laundry, I don't care.
Yeah.
It is your job.
Yeah.
You're responsible for this. If you want to live in filth, then you live in filth. But you will not do it in my space.
Right. And so we actually did the other day, my husband and I talk about, we're going to get like 4 extra laundry baskets and put them in their rooms and say, here you go. You keep all your clothes in your room. You're no longer allowed to leave them in my space in the laundry room.
Yeah.
So that is good advice.
I
we
love
just
that.
haven't been able to like fully carry through yet. It's a work in progress.
But it's all a work
Yeah.
in progress parenting,
Yeah.
right? When they're younger, there's an answer. You
Yeah.
get this book, and the
Yeah.
book goes, you do this at this
Yeah.
time, you do this. But now it's
Sure.
like there's no answers, and we're all just going,
What do we do?
Like, we have no idea, and you have no idea if what you're doing is the right thing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you what works for you in your house. Like, you don't have to take the doors off the hinges.
Yeah.
You don't have to, because I'm like, there is the route where you just go, hand me your phone.
Yeah.
You'll get it back when your laundry is clean.
True.
Who's getting hurt?
Yeah.
Are you getting more hurt with the
Right.
laundry? They don't seem to give a crap.
No, but I feel like they get hurt more when I'm like, I get up to this level and I'm yelling, and then I feel like a terrible parent, and I'm like, oh, I need to scale it back. And
Right.
I know, I recognize that in myself. We all do that sometimes. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to be that crappy mom that yells at my kids all the time.
I don't
and
think you're a
we're
crappy
not,
mom.
but it's like, I mean, my kids are good, right? They're good.
Oh, everybody's like, they're wonderful. Well, I also think
yeah.
of it like the tug of rope.
Yeah.
When you just let go, they
Yeah.
fall. And I don't mean that
know.
like they're going to get
no,
hurt,
but it's
like
a good thing. It's a learning experience for them,
like
and they all need
the
that.
17-year-old's a year away from college.
I know.
They're going to live in their
I
cracked
know.
sheets and
I
dirty
know.
clothes.
Well, I don't know. They have both said we want to live with you guys forever. And when we go to
that's
college,
not-
we
no,
want to live at home. And we're like, it's okay.
No.
Just go on out the door.
I'm like this. I'm like,
well, I mean, on the other side, though, I do really like them, and I'd be
know.
okay if they did live with us forever because hers are already out. They're gone. Well,
Yeah.
two of them are right here.
I would also say, and I do not have children,
Yeah.
but I will say, like, I don't know if you need to buy the laundry hampers in order to set that boundary with
I
your kids.
know.
I think there's like a stage where you can be like,
You're on your own laundry.
You're on your own. Like,
Yeah.
I support you and I'm
True.
here to support you, but like part of me supporting you is letting
Yeah.
you move this out of my space
Yeah.
and into your space.
Yeah, true. I think it's just too, we were like, let's give them the tools, so maybe that'll like help them more.
But
I
you know
don't
what tool you gave them? A laundry machine.
True.
Period.
True.
Full stop.
True. But we also did threaten. Oh,
that's
No,
5
no,
minutes.
no. You can.
Is it over?
We go over.
But I mean, we did tell them like, you're this close to not. We're not going to let you use our washer and dryer. You're going to have to
Ooh.
go to the laundromat. So if you don't clean up your act, literally, then you're going to go use your own money at the laundromat and
I
make
love that.
we're going to make you walk. It's right down the street.
I love that.
Oh, 3, 2, 1. That's a wrap, folks.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Listen, you have this. You got
Thank
this. Just go
you.
with your gut. You already are, and you know it.
I
You have
am.
it.
I am. And you guys are great. Thank you
Oh my
so
God!
much.
Thank you for being
I
I love your
troopers.
advice.
I also think you are a good mom.
Oh, thanks. You got that feeling in just 2 or 3 minutes. I love it.
Bring us your problem.
This is you then.
All right. First, tell us your name.
I'm Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Hi.
Zach, you got the booming low voice.
Thank you.
All right. I could see a DJ career for you.
I have mixes.
Okay.
I'm saving up for a Pioneer Pro.
Okay.
But
All right.
I'm a film student.
All right.
What's your problem?
You know, one of my biggest problems, I got too many problems. I'm a very anxious person.
Okay.
And I find myself often feeling like I could be doing so well, but like in the deep part of my mind, I feel like somebody out there is mad at me for something. Like there's got to be at least one person mad at me right now.
So you're obsessing about a one person who you don't know may or may not be mad at you.
It's more of like an underlying feeling that like I messed up.
And is it in particular parts of your life, like in your friendships, in your family, in your school, in your job, or is it like
I'd say
across them
it
all?
stems from definitely like my parents being very on my ass about like grades growing up, and then from there just like people judging social things, you know what I mean?
So like you
I'm
just
an
have like
anxious
that
person.
really strong inner critic voice.
I tend to be a self-critic, yes.
What do you do to like? Do you do any mindful work? Do you talk to anybody or anything like that, or no?
I have my own ways of medicating. I like music. I
Okay.
listen to a lot of music, and I watch a lot of films, and I love making films and making art. I'm like constantly making art, whether it be like films, clothing, music, whatever. But
And does that help you like get out of the anxious cycle?
it tends to, yeah. But if I ever watch something or like hear something that I've made one too many times, I'll start to hate it. So I try not to like rewatch a lot of the stuff I do.
Are you stopping yourself from like making relationships better or making your job better because you're like
I think
critical?
I think yeah. I think that may be the problem.
I mean, I have this problem too.
Right.
I was gonna say like we're all just like this. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, right.
I feel like the only thing that I've done that's helped me is like therapy, medication. But
Well, I went to a therapist when I was a kid, And it was like I was going into 8th grade, and I like just started watching The Sopranos, and I kind of like embodied Tony in the sense that I was like, why am I talking to a shrink?
Yeah.
And she was like, you're insane, and then like that was the end of that.
That happened to me when I was a kid too.
Right.
But I got a therapist that does like cognitive behavioral therapy when I was older, and she was like way better. And they give you like homework, and sometimes the homework is like art stuff, which is fun.
Oh, that's cool.
I think like you need to put a couple of things in place like that work for you to decompress.
Right.
Like it's great that when you can hustle towards something and you can really like go for it, but build in rest times, build in places like where you build yourself back up, build in your art time, build in all that, and like build in some time where you just like where you maybe you reflect on like good shit you did this week, so that you can be like, oh, I am doing okay.
Right.
Like I am doing okay. Like sometimes
that's the thing. I do impressive stuff that sometimes I'll show to people and they'll be like, wow, like this is really impressive and like really good, and then like I'll look at it and I'll see something completely different, and I'll just see something like, but this is wrong and that's wrong, and
well, you're always going to be your harshest critic,
and you could have done this, like I'm not like I don't know, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I think you got to work on that part of yourself, because I think the more, or like celebrate your win, and you don't have to think it's a win for a week, but like if you learn a new like instrument, or I don't know, even if you like have a good day with your friends, like try to tell yourself that went well, and like maybe write it down so you can, remember it.
Yeah, or at the end of the night, just like, here's a couple of things I did that were good today.
That's
like,
good
and
advice.
just getting into that habit.
See why you guys do this.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just both fucked up. So
yeah, like we're just doing the best we can.
In this crazy world,
it doesn't all get better.
If you're not fucked up, you're fucked
like,
up.
if your spiraling thoughts are all negative, it's like try to have a few of spiraling thoughts that are positive, and write those down so at least you can like remember
Write
them.
it down might be a good idea.
Yeah.
I grew up with a lot of like really bad dyslexia.
Yeah.
So like I had trouble early in school.
Yeah.
And I had this one really amazing kindergarten teacher who would always see me like doubting myself, and she became like my tutor until like 3rd or so grade, and she wrote me a bunch of sticky notes to put in my room, and it says like I'm worth it, and like
that's amazing.
I am this, I am that, and it's like you wake up and it's like on your ceiling, and it's like the first thing you see when you look up.
Exactly. Putting more of that around yourself and looking for balance.
Right.
But we have faith. You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're doing
I
great.
appreciate that. Thank you both.
Well, thank you so much.
What's your name?
Paula.
Paula.
Okay, so you have a problem of something that you're working through right now?
I'm really behind in school.
Okay. All right.
What kind of school?
Yeah.
NYU.
Okay. And like how behind are we?
Like pretty behind.
Okay. Like are we in trouble of like academic probation, or like being kicked out behind, or just like a big like fuck at the end of the semester?
Just like a bit, one of those.
Are you just having the time of your life?
Not really. I just like find myself at like I can't do it because I'm like, I don't know. I feel incompetent. So I just like decide not to do it because like I'm scared.
So it's not that you're distracting yourself. It's your like lack of motivation kind of thing. Like you're you're scared of doing it.
Is there a thing that you do? Like, so I had a roommate in college who, whenever she was avoiding work, she would just clean the house. Like, do you have things you do when you're avoiding?
That's her. She's like, it me.
No, I just like, or I just go on my phone. My room is a mess. My room is like a mess, and I'm just a mess in general. And it's like I'm approaching the end of the semester, and so I just decide to just like sit on my bed and just do nothing instead of like actually doing my work.
Do you have some depressies?
Like a little bit, yeah. It's that point of the semester where where the depressies
It's
hit.
like depression, but
it is, and it's that time of year too. Like it's cold, it's fucking rainy and gross,
and it's like warming up. And sometimes I use that as my excuse to be like, oh, it's too nice. Like I can't go to class. Like I'm just gonna skip class because it's so beautiful outside. So I just like sit outside and do nothing.
Which sometimes can be like self-care, but it's like
destructive self-care.
Yeah, it's like when are you using it in a healthy way versus unhealthy?
When I'm like, oh, I'm just like taking a break, but I'm like, what am I taking a break from? Like I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, you're like, I'm taking a break from the nothingness that I was doing in my room, and now I'm doing that outside.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's interesting is that I find that when my house is a mess, like it's usually indicative of I'm a mess.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Like I also. I'm curious. I bet you have like it's overwhelming at this point. Like there's probably 20 things that you now have to do.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like drowning.
Okay, so I have two like immediate thoughts, right?
Okay.
So like it'll be painful, but can you just like list all the things that you're behind on that you need to do. Like list them out.
Like the assignment names?
Assignment names,
Everything.
and then the out, like how much time you're anticipating it'll take to like do it, right? So it's like, I've got this thing in engineering, it's going to take me 2 hours. This is going to take a week.
Okay.
And like lay it all out, right?
Okay, awesome.
And then the other suggestion is like, then can you like, in the most basics of it, can you just start with a couple of the smallest, easiest ones so you get a couple wins under your belt?
Okay.
Like just like the easiest one, and then so that you get that. Does that happen for you where you get one thing done? Like,
Yeah,
'cause, like
and
when
you're
I'm
like, oh, I'm on a
depressed,
roll.
yeah, then
Yeah.
you're like, look what I just did. I did a thing,
wrote
and
a
then
paragraph.
I could maybe do one more thing, and just like and be kind and gentle as you approach it.
Yeah.
And just be like, okay, today I'm going to try to get 2 things done.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm going to get 2 things done. And if you look at the schedule, then you could probably eke it out.
Yeah.
But you got to get that first thing done.
Yeah.
And
I know.
I think after you get the first thing done, and maybe every 3 things you do,
Go
take yourself
outside.
on a little,
treat myself.
Yeah,
right?
treat
Sit
yourself.
outside in the sun, eat an ice cream or something.
that
you know,
sounds so nice.
And then I want to ask you, do you have any people in your life who you listen to that are like, who would be a good accountability partner?
My brother, I actually called my brother the other day, and he was like, let's be like accountability buddies. And I was
Yes.
like, beautiful. But I haven't talked to him since.
But you're
We're
like,
not
then I
doing
didn't call him back
we're
for
not,
2
Yeah,
weeks.
we're not doing a very good job at being accountability buddies.
Okay,
but-
so I have a friend that I'm a writer, but it's like ain't nobody paying me to do it, right? So I have a friend that we have a weekly at 9:00 on Wednesday mornings, and we bullshit for about 15 minutes, and then we turn our mics off,
Okay.
and we keep the camera on, put it in a different window, and we write.
Okay.
So that it's like we're in the same room together.
Yeah.
I know I have to go. And we did that with exercising too. And just knowing someone was doing it with me helped me.
Right.
What do you think about that?
No, that's awesome. I think I'm definitely going to do that then.
I mean, you already got your brother in the realm.
I do have my brother, yeah.
Yeah.
He's also like, he has like really intense ADHD, so he
Yeah.
like
So
just
maybe he
so
would
gets
love it
so
too.
extremely off track. Yeah, he was the one who suggested it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's awesome. Love him.
So, okay, so here's our homework for you. It's a weekend. What are you doing this weekend?
Okay, I have brunch at 12:30 today.
Love it. Is there going to be
and then-
mimosas? Okay. So today we're not doing anything.
No, we're not
But
doing
tomorrow,
anything today. No.
what are you doing?
Tomorrow, I don't know yet, actually.
So could you commit to making the list of outstanding work tomorrow? That's the only thing I'm going to make you do.
Make my list tomorrow.
Make your list tomorrow.
Awesome.
Associated time, like what the project is that you need done, and then pick what you can. Like start the easiest thing, and if you feel like, wow, I just did something, I can start that and then do another thing.
Yeah, I just need to get on the roll. I think that's what I need. I need that like motivation of like I just did something.
You could do this.
Yeah,
you
I
can do
tomorrow
this.
You're making a list.
Yeah, I'm making
Yeah.
my list tomorrow.
It's
gonna be
happening.
really,
and you're
really
gonna call your
long
brother
list,
and
I'm gonna call my
set up a
brother.
weekly.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna do
you
that.
got this.
High five.
You got this. Oh my God, Steph, that was so much fun. And who knew that all we needed at our last live show was to have a timer telling people that their therapy time is up? We are geniuses.
Geniuses.
I mean, I think that we just proved that you can get a lot done in a short amount of time if you put your mind to it and you talk super, super fast.
Yeah, and if you're with 2 fixers.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do have that.
Okay, so lessons learned. I mean, first lesson is we had an absolute blast today.
Absolutely.
People are kind of nice in parks.
Generally
sometimes.
speaking.
Yeah. And, you know, it's time to break down the table and go get some food and definitely some cocktails.
Obviously. I mean, why did we not have cocktails at this event? We should have had hot toddies. Who knew
Oh,
it was going
yeah.
to be so cold? All right. But anyway, I just got to say thank you to everyone who took us seriously, sat down, and shared a little piece of their life with us. Honestly, it is a privilege.
Thank you.
For more Robin, and you may need that, you probably don't need it, but like if you do, you can follow me at Real Rob Hops on all the platforms, all the socials, as the kids today say.
Well Adjusting is an Edit Audio original series. It's exec produced by Steph Colburn and Robin Hopkins. Our producer and editor is Maria Passingham, and our production manager is Kathleen Speckert. Thank you to the entire Edit Audio team and to you for listening. Oh, hey, before you take out those AirPods, this show is just for entertainment. If you are in need of help, please, please, please reach out to a professional. Go ahead and get that help. You deserve it.